Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City RHAPup here on the RHAP network. I am Maggie Morgan, one of your hosts, and with me today live here on the internet is the incredible, the astounding, you can see his face. He's so beautiful. The one and only Mr. Jacob Jones.
Maggie, I feel like I don't know why I started laughing because this is our first time being live, just the two of
Yes.
us.
I'm
It's
a little
kind of weird,
nervous.
right? I am too.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Like,
like they gave
where's
us
Rob? Where's
no,
Taryn?
it's like they gave us like the keys to the Ferrari, hoping like the kids don't crash it on
Exactly.
prom night.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to crash it. I think we might maybe speed a little bit. We
We
might get a
may hit a
speeding
brick
ticket.
wall, but we'll be good.
Not a brick wall. We might get a speeding ticket, though. I feel like that's the level of insanity that we're going to reach here today.
Perfect.
So today we're talking about episodes 8 and 9. So last time we talked about a much larger batch of episodes. We talked about, I think, 5 episodes. So this time, because
Damn.
of, I know that's probably why we
We,
came in so hot last
it's
time.
probably honestly.
So because they were off for Thanksgiving, we only have episodes 8 and 9 to talk about. And these episodes were a little bit slower than the ones that we've gotten so far. And Jacob, I want to know your opinion because I kind of feel like the storylines so far this season are kind of all over the place. Like sometimes it doesn't make sense to me in my
Okay.
head what's happening?
Maggie, yeah, this is a shit show. This is
Yeah.
this is stupidity, foolishness,
Yes.
chaoticness, women trying to earn $1 at any cost
Yes.
necessary. It's quite Maggie, I
It's
don't know the word. I don't know the
Yeah, it's
word.
giving middle-aged women in Salt Lake City trying to be producers, and they are not producers, so it's not really
Bad.
working.
This cast, you cannot self-produce 3 seasons in. Like, you need a little bit more work. Self-producing is a talent, it's an art. I don't feel like any of these women necessarily have it.
Mhm.
But Maggie, you said that these episodes were, like, slower and that, like, you were kind of lost. I kind of love these last 2 episodes.
Oh
I
my gosh, great. Let's
it
talk.
gave me just a lot of things to bitch about and
Sure.
a lot of things to be annoyed about, a lot of
Mhm.
things to be temperamental about, a lot of things to
Mhm.
be pissed off about. And
Mhm.
I can't wait to open the floodgates of hatred um,
Okay, I can't wait
to
either
this
because
show.
I have an opinion on what we watched. And I feel like you might know my opinion already coming in. But I did want to say, I want to start off with something positive before we get into
No.
just like drinking the haterade. No, I want to say that I figured out the reason that Heather is working for you so much this season. Like I think
Okay,
I've pinpointed it.
let's
She is
see.
the audience satellite. She is the
Ah,
one who is in this group of women saying, well, that don't make a lick of sense. You are self-producing here. Get off my back. Don't try and play me. Don't act like I'm stupid. I know what you're doing. And we as the audience are like, yes, Heather, you're saying exactly what we're thinking, which is this is all bullshit.
honestly, truly, Heather's a queen. Heather is my dark horse in this race of Salt Lake City.
Yes.
I didn't think I would come around to her, but I
You
have.
didn't see it. You
And
didn't
I
bet
didn't
on it
see
at the
it
beginning.
literally at all. And I was like, girl, go on. The tagline, I was tired when I first heard it. But when we
Mm-hmm.
get those new batch of episodes, I was Team Heather. I agree. I think Heather calls it how she sees it in a very understanding, flippant way that common sense isn't common to these women. That's the thing
Mm-hmm.
we need to know. But common sense
Mm-hmm.
is common to Heather. And I think
Mm-hmm.
she is, again, what you said, the audience satellite. She is saying what my mother has said, what my mother's grandmother, cousin has said. And she says it in a way of like, damn, you're the only one that got sense around this group. I know you can be the only one that got
Yes.
sense. All these rich women, all these business accomplished women, you know, all these women that dance in chocolate pudding with their husband and their husband loses a job. All these women, and you the only one that got a damn lick of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Go off.
Yeah. Seriously, and that honestly, like, she's like a breath of fresh air when she comes on the screen because she's just not having it.
He's
Like,
not having it.
they
I love it. Ugh.
I know. So episode 8 begins with Jen, Whitney, and Lisa all skiing, which, like, who threw these 3 women
No,
together? You
Maggie, the
know? Like,
confusion on my face, I was like I was like, "This doesn't even make sense." Like, this does not
yes.
make sense at all. And
I
we didn't get any tea
agree.
from this scene. All we got was, "Oh, skiing,
Heather
Salt Lake
pushed me
City."
out of her
Oh,
home.
like
Heather literally physically touched me and pushed me out of her home last time I saw her. So I was really shocked that she asked me to join the choir, actually.
Quiet. No, Maggie, spot on. I think you can literally earn money as standing on Las Vegas Strip or, Salt Lake City Strip as a Lisa Barlow impersonator, and then a Whitney Rose impersonator. But yeah, this ski scene I could have done without. I
Mhm.
loved hearing that you got pushed out of Heather's home. I loved hearing that.
Mhm.
More of that, Whitney. More pushing Whitney out. More pushing Whitney out of Heather's home. Yes, yes, yes. And it was just a bitch fest for Heather. And so
Mhm.
I thought, okay, let me hurry up and get through this scene because it really didn't produce that much tea. Jan was like, "Oh, Maggie, I could have done without."
I mean, of course. And that's why I was like, one, why are these women all together? Two,
Mhm.
why are we watching them ski? Like, there has to be something more interesting here. Like, in these flashbacks the thing that's annoying me is like, why did we get this scene? And then we're getting flashbacks to like interactions with these new women that would have been incredibly insightful. I would have much
Yes.
rather have had 2 shorter scenes with like, Angie and Jen hanging out and then Angie telling Jen, you know what I mean? Like them talking more details about the party. Like that would have given me so much more than like this random group of women that I know doesn't even like each other and they're
Mhm.
literally all hanging out because they're main cast members and they need to get their scenes in and like they have nothing to talk about. Like I love Lisa, but her being like, I don't ski. I only want to go on the Buddy Hill. Like I don't need that. I would
Yes.
like to get more context for these women that like they're throwing in and I have no connection to. And I'm like, what are you doing here? Why? You know?
Yeah, they did kind of throw the new women in there out of nowhere. With
Yes,
like, oh,
that
they're coming to the Heather's choir audition. Here you go, interact. It was like very weird. Again, like I said last time, they are very not used to the cameras, and you can clearly see that. Now I think they're getting a little bit used to them, but I feel like
mhm.
when we get to it, we'll get to it. But yeah, this scene and Lisa, I think Lisa or Whitney saying Salt Lake City had it's known for having the most beautiful snow, like white snow. And for some reason, I thought like they were like talking about something else. But whatever.
Moving on.
Moving.
That wasn't a part of the rumors, was it? That about Lisa Barlow? I don't remember
I don't
that. I
think
think
so. I don't
Meredith
think
was the crack
so.
whore.
Oh,
Wasn't she?
God. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No, we're quoting the rant, everybody. We're quoting the rant.
Not a crack whore.
Isn't that what she called her?
I don't think so, Maggie.
Oh, I'm
I don't
sorry.
think so.
Right, it's in line with the rant. Okay, it is in line with the rant. But okay, wait. So this actually leads me into what I want to talk about next, which was sorry. Like I said, we might get a speeding ticket, everybody. I'm sweating a little.
Whew.
So does it a garbage whore? That's what she called her.
Yeah, crack whore is a totally
Sorry.
different thing.
You're right, it is.
Don't
But you
don't
made the
put that on my
joke. Sorry,
no,
sorry, everybody.
hey.
Lisa, that never came out of Lisa Barlow's mouth. I'm
Nor is
misremembering
Meredith
my facts.
a garbage whore or the other one you said.
Yeah, no, 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 no.
But I
Anyways.
am. Continue.
Anyways, this led me to the next scene that I really wanted to talk about. I have in here. I don't know if we want to talk about this before or after the choir, like if we just want to get it out of the way, like the men's barbecue.
The most awkwardest, cringe-worthy dinner I've ever seen. None of these men like each other. None of these men text each other. None of these men call each other. But I do have a favorite house husband,
Hmm.
and I kind of stand this house husband.
Which one?
Seth.
Me
I think
too.
Seth is
Me too.
amazing. Like,
So,
and go.
yes, I was not into Seth. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
not last season. I really did not like him. But after that reunion, when Meredith really opened up about what was truly going on, and I feel like you were able to see why Seth was acting the way that he was and the way that he's handled the whole situation with Lisa's rant and everything, how much he supported Meredith. Like, it is so wonderful to see. Like, I think that I agree, Jacob. I stan Seth Marks. I'm here for him. I think that he's so good on camera. He
He's so
keeps
good
it
on
light,
camera.
he keeps it moving, but he's also not a pushover. He's like exactly what you want out of, like, he's respectful to the other women while still not being a pushover. Like it's everything that you want out of a husband on this show.
And like, I mean, he also is like a fratty guy to a certain extent as
Mhm.
well, which I'm like, but it goes with him, and it's kind of like the reason why I like him too, because it's like
Are
this
you
old
into
retired, like I kind of into
it?
it. It's like this old retired frat daddy that's like, oh, still has a little bit of the frat daddy yes to him, and
Mhm.
he's so sweet and so authentic, and just wants to like get resolution. And I feel like
Mhm.
probably the producers were like, hey, you should take John aside. But like, I think he actually valued that friendship and wanted to take John aside. But the thing
Mhm.
that I did not need John Doe and John Doe number two to enter the chat room with these new husbands that we got from Dana, or have
Who
sorry for
who
mispronunciation,
are they?
or Angie, whatever. I was
Yeah,
like, we don't
Angie
need
K.
this. Angie K, we
Oh
don't
my
we don't need
gosh.
we don't need y'all's husbands here. We really don't.
Oh my gosh, no, like truly they walked in and I was like, "Who is the reason that you don't know how to pronounce her name is because we have not seen her. We've seen her for like a total of 3 minutes on the screen and her husband's walking in with like a cake. I was like, "Who is this lower third
Yeah.
person?" I would much rather have seen Angie Harrington's husband who set up Shaw Exposed. That
Um,
would have given us something, you
he
know?
probably ain't allowed to film no more. Honestly, after that
Yeah, I mean, I
stunt,
don't think
after
Coach
that bitch
Shaw would
shit
allow him in
in
his
their rental
home.
home, yeah. Oh
Now, Jacob,
God! Now let me stop. Let me stop.
you didn't
Honestly,
need to.
did
We'll
you
get there.
hear that? That was the home of Johnny Tsunami, the Disney
No,
ditcom, or what did they used
no.
to call Disney ditcoms? Like
Decom,
decom,
decom.
not ditcoms.
Mm-hmm.
What am I saying? Johnny Tsunami. You know the movie Johnny Tsunami?
Uh-huh.
The
Yeah.
house that Coach Shaw and Jen Shaw are using, I don't know if for filming purposes or if they're living there, but that's the home that they
Uh-huh.
shot Johnny Tsunami in.
I did not even think about that they use the house for filming only and they live elsewhere.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean,
I
the way she
forgot
ain't
that that's
even.
a thing that housewives
Mm,
do.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
forgot.
So they could be at Motel 6, but for now, for the little 3 months, 6 months that they filming for, they're gonna come in there every Thursday. But this barbecue, it was cute. I thought it was gonna be, oh man, around meat.
Mhm.
But I feel like because of Seth, I feel like we got some pretty good content,
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay, so what did you think of what John was saying when they like went outside and were
So
talking?
John should be quiet. John's a good looking man. John has a great stature to him. John should just shut up. I'm tired of John. John is cute when he makes sarcastic or what I mean, monotone comments to Lisa when they're like in their little bit
Mhm.
at home. Other than that, John, just keep it tight, because the way that you deflect, you
Mhm.
minimize, I get it. Your wife said it, but at some point, you got to bite that bullet too. You got to grind. She's like, oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take responsibility. You know what I mean? And Seth, I think Seth bringing up, and like every time Seth brought a good point, John would be like, well, yeah, Meredith did say that too, though. And it's like,
Mhm.
let's get to the origin of this story. When your wife called my wife a garbage whore who has slept with half of the Upper West Side and East Side, and you might want to throw in Mississippi too.
Yeah.
I'm
I
supposed to
mean,
cut in the fact that you didn't even
and
address
Seth
Meredith at the party.
Yeah, and Seth was included in that rant too, and that's the thing. It was not just an attack against Meredith.
Let
She
me
said
tell
her
you.
family that poses, he can't keep a job, and that's what Seth brought up. And yeah, John does have a point that Meredith is spreading rumors that Lisa is
No,
giving
John does not have a
sexual
point.
favors.
John does not have a point. John does not have a point, hon.
Well, he was within his right to bring up that Meredith was spreading rumors about him and his family too, but he was missing the point, which was Lisa began all of this with these completely out of pocket comments.
Yeah, I'm hoping that you talk to your wife, John, about just like have a whole husband and wife conversation saying, "Hey babe, like this wasn't cool. Like we need to go out there.
Mhm.
Like Seth is my friend. I do care about both of them immensely a lot. We need to handle this." You know why Seth's stepping to you.
Mhm.
You know the type of pressure that your wife put on my wife.
Mhm.
Now, instead of throwing blows, honestly, I did think that they were gonna make out. It's so weird. For
It
some
was
reason, when they ended, I thought they were gonna,
you
like, make
wanted it.
out, to
You
be
wanted
honest.
it, right?
But I was like, "Yo, John, you Jake," and wait. Did you remember what John said to Angie H husband? Like, when they saw each other at the game, and then this was last episode or a little bit
Oh,
before, and then
yeah,
she was like,
yeah.
"Oh, don't talk to me, like, don't come up to me,
Yeah, he was
blah, blah,
like,
blah.
"Get away from
Get
me."
away from me."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So not Seth Stan. John can leave, can be quiet. He's mute half the time anyways. And the fact that and he didn't speak, and I agree with Seth, like, yo, you avoided my wife. I went up to your wife. I talked to your wife, even though it was a hostile conversation. I still talked to her. You know
Mhm.
Meredith. Our families know each other. Like, you're just gonna avoid her.
Mhm.
Oh, I was in my own mind. John, what the fuck were you in your own mind about? Because I'm pretty sure not that much is going on up there. You look half the time like you're sleeping, like you just woke up from a in sabbatical, and when you interact with your wife, it's nothing but, "Oh, yeah. Yeah." I'm pretty sure
He
you weren't thinking
does.
that much.
He does have the most Blake face ever, but that's
Yes.
what makes him and Lisa so funny to me, because Lisa's always like in everything, and John is just like,
I saw a TikTok, I saw an Instagram story of Meredith that someone reposted, and why does she when you do an Instagram story, your face is already supposed to be ready when the camera, like, turns on,
mhm.
and you're supposed to be recording when your face
Was
is ready.
Meredith or Lisa?
Lisa was
Oh,
doing
yeah.
this. She was like, "Hi, guys. So I just wanna," I'm like, "Have your face ready before you hit record." Anyways, I can go off on a Lisa Barlow rant till the cows come home, and I live in New York, and so that's gonna take many, 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 many days.
Well, Lisa actually, like, was not really present in both of these episodes, like,
And I'm so happy.
most of the drama in these episodes has been surrounding the woman who is back to her old tricks, Miss Jennifer Shaw. And I want to take a moment to stop down and look at some of the comments that we've been getting in the chat. Guys, hi, I see you. We see you. Thank you so much for being here with us. Omer,
Yes.
the great Omer is here from Survivor 42,
Ooh.
said, who would be most likely to be a 0 vote finalist on Survivor? I vote Jen Shaw. And Omer, yes. Hard agree.
I don't think mm,
Uh,
I
Jen Shaw or Lisa
guess.
Barlow?
I'm about
One
to
of
say
the
Lisa. I'm about to say
two.
Lisa. I'm about to
Yeah.
say Lisa.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, if we can look at Whitney, because, like, I don't think anybody's gonna put respect on Whitney's game. And so I can
Yeah.
easily see her being I think we got 3 contenders for that 0
Yeah.
slapping.
Omer said Lisa is a pre-merge boot, and I would
Oh,
agree. She goes
yeah.
out in a blaze of
Yeah,
glory, Omer. She goes out in a
she
blaze
goes
of
out
glory.
tossing rice. Oh, Lisa Barlow. I did not sign up for this.
Oh my
I can't do
gosh.
this
So
interview.
I did not sign up for this.
They said I cheated on my husband on the island. I did not.
Okay, so we do need to talk about Jen Shaw. And to begin, should we start with her very, very heated feelings about Dana, right? Dana. I believe is how you say her
Dana, I
name.
believe it. I believe it's her name. But can I say this one thing? Meredith would be blindsided for being too cocky. Let me tell you something. Meredith, the lawyer, Meredith, the one that allegedly slept with all of New York, ain't nothing getting past her. Ain't nothing getting past her. If some finance bros, if some people in tech in New York can't get past her, and she allegedly sleeping with all of them, as Lisa Barlow said, ain't nothing getting past her. Meredith is a
I
shoo-in.
would tend to agree too. I think Meredith might be the winner. Mhm.
Or Heather. Heather has that charm that,
You're right, she
Heather pulled
does.
me up, and so you never know. But Maggie, what did you say before I went on that
Well,
little rant?
so Jen, it's her turn to plan an event, and she's
Which
planning a
I'm
trip.
like, you don't have the finances to plan shit.
Well, I mean, that's part of the argument,
Nah.
right? So, Jacob's speaking the truth. Okay, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, Jen wants to plan a trip, but she can't go out of the country because she's embroiled in a legal battle. Uh,
Which is
so
not funny. Which is sorry. Which is not
no,
funny.
it's not
Uh,
funny. We're just laughing because, like, what is this show? Like, it's
what is
just
it? It's
pure
such.
chaos. It's such chaos. So, they're gonna go to San Diego because Angie K, who has been Jen's friend for 20 years, the woman who threw Coach Shaw the birthday party, the woman who was at choir auditions, like lurking with her sunglasses on, has been Jen's friend for 20 years. So she has a hookup with a house in San Diego. So Jen and Angie are going to plan this trip together. Jacob.
And we know how Jen feels about hookups. Remember that Uber driver,
How
when the
could
Uber
I
driver
forget?
took her? So we
How
know
could I
Jen
forget?
loves a quick little hookup. But
Mhm.
this 20-year friendship does not seem like a 20-year friendship, baby. It seems like let's add a couple numbers together, subtract 2, add 5. You know what? Throw in 100. I knew your grandmother who knew my grandmother, and we went to preschool together, but then we lost touch. And then I saw
Yeah.
you in middle school passing lunch, but we were
Giving
two different girls.
It's giving Lost Touch and Angie K wanted to be on TV. That's what it's
Bad.
giving. Like,
And
really,
Jen
really
Shaw's
hard.
tweets have alluded to that many, many times.
Well,
So
it shows.
it definitely does. And I mean, they're little, oh, let's go to the hot tub. Hey girly, like, oh, you're cute. I have the thing set
Mhm.
up. Good thing Angie K, is that her the
Angie
initials K? Good
Mhm.
thing she has a heavy pocket and I wouldn't even say generous because what the shit she did, I
Yeah.
didn't like. I will
I
get to it.
yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this because I knew you would have a strong opinion on it, and like, I don't wanna jump ahead too much, but at first, I was like, "Jen is black of heart, back to her old ways." No.
Yeah.
And then what Angie pulled, I was like, "Whoa."
And especially if
Whoa.
y'all wanna continue with this lie of saying we were friends for 20 years, y'all were
Uh-huh.
not friends for 20 years. Y'all y'all were either
You're
college
friendly.
friends, y'all were
Yeah,
good
you were
y'all maybe good
friendly.
time girls, friendly girls, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Pass each other in the
Mhm.
dormitory. "Hey, girl, you got that? I got that." You know what I mean? Maybe
Mhm.
have a little menage a trois, whatever. But y'all were not good kitty cat, 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 purr for 20 years now. That is what
Yeah, I
y'all were
mean,
not.
all of these scenes with them, and I think that that's the thing that, like, you believe that Angie Harrington has known these women for a really long time. The
Yeah,
familiarity that she has with them, like, that's like, all of that, you believe it, but the way that Angie K and Jen talk, it's like they met 5 minutes ago, or it's all like,
literally.
"You're so cute, you're so fun, like, this is so great, let's set this up, yay, having
"Hey,
fun."
girly.
Yeah,
Hi."
it's giving, like, brand new friends or, like, reconnection, you know?
And yeah, I honestly did, but I think when Jen Shah heard that Angie K had the hookup, she was like, "Oh, damn, yes." But I was always
Mhm.
confused, and this is more production matters, but like I always thought like production pays for kind of different things, but I guess the women do have a pocket and they do get a check, and so some of that probably gets filtered in. But yeah, they started to call people that they wanted to invite, and their first call was Meredith. And
Mhm.
Meredith and again, before, we talk about that, did we already address that Angie K told in the car,
Yeah.
and when Angie K
Yeah.
told Jen Shaw, "Hey, just so you know, Dana,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
believe,
Mhm.
Dana was talking sort of crap about you, saying that she didn't like that you were bullying Angie H." And if I were Jen Shaw and I heard that, I probably would have a strong reaction to that as well. Just
Mhm.
like the word bullying being thrown out there. And I don't know if Jen Shaw was bullying Angie H. I do think that she dragged the issue and was being a lot. But I don't know if
Mhm.
bullying, if like continuing going on a tyrant. I do think Angie H did not want any heat from her. And so she could have easily backed away. But we know Jen Shaw, when she's on one, she's on one. And
Mhm.
when they had that confrontation, she was on one. And so Angie K told Jen Shaw that, and I'm like, Angie K, I thought you and Dana were kitty cat, clitty, I mean, per sisters. You know what I mean? I thought y'all were good time.
What a menage a trois.
No, you know those two. They were standing in line together. They arrived together. I thought y'all were the
Yeah.
two. You know, bam, 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 bam.
Well,
And the
now
fact that
maybe we know why they were so freaking awkward together in that line because they
you're
don't
like,
talk. And the
who is this
producers was like,
girl?
"Why don't you stand here with each
Yeah,
other?"
so very awkward, very awkward. But I'm like, and Angie, and then Angie K was saying, "Oh, you need to watch out, like who's, like, you need to watch out who you trust and who you talk to." I'm like, this isn't freaking Survivor. Like this, like you need to watch. Like she didn't say anything to backstab you, Jen Shaw. You don't know the woman. She had an opinion about the way you
Mhm.
talk to people, which is disrespectful, which is very condescending, which is very flippant, which is very harsh. And sometimes you do need a reality check, Jen Shaw, and the rest of these
Mhm.
women won't give it to you. So thank you, Dana. Hopefully, I'm saying that right, for at
Mhm.
least having an opinion. But I do think Dana is having a Captain Save a Hoe moment, not calling Angie H a hoe, but just saying she's putting on that cape to wanting to be the
Yeah.
moral
The
compass
white
of the
knight.
group.
Yeah, the
Yes,
white
like, oh,
knight of the
let
group.
like, and yet I don't think Jen Shaw was bullying, but you know, different people have different thoughts about it. I think she came on strong, very strong, but I don't think necessarily it's bullying. But I did not like the way that Jen Shaw handled this conversation when she was calling Meredith to invite Meredith on the trip to San Diego. And the only reason San Diego,
Yeah, San
I
Diego.
guess. But and so
I've
Dana
been to
was
San
there.
Diego. It's nice there. It's really
I
nice,
haven't been. I
actually.
would rather go to like, I don't know, Los Angeles, to be honest. I'm not a
Sure,
San
but
Diego
San
type of
Diego is
bitch.
beautiful. It's
I
beautiful.
bet. I'm not a beautiful type of
Mhm.
bitch. So I would rather, where's Napa Valley?
I don't know. I'm a West Coast girl. East Coast, or I'm
Napa
not a West Coast
Valley
girl.
is, oh, about to say, okay. Per
I'm an East Coast girl, Midwest girl, so I don't know.
I'm a Southern gentleman,
I can
baby.
I can
I
Google
think it's
it.
in California, though. It's in
It
California.
is, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah. I
know if
just don't
it's
know.
north or
San
like it.
Francisco? Is it San no, it's a
Yeah, San
no?
Francisco. It
Yeah.
is San Francisco.
And yeah, I don't know geography. But anyways, they Jen Shaw and Angie K called Meredith, who Meredith was with,
Mhm.
Dana,
Mhm.
and Jen Shaw was on FaceTime saying, "Hey Meredith, hey Sissy Bop, we want to invite you to. We're going on a trip to San Diego. Woo! We want to invite you, Sissy." And Meredith turns the phone. "Hey Daniel, well let me tell you something, bitch. I don't like you. I heard you was talking shit." I'm like, she didn't add all that, but it was kind of giving that
Mhm.
message. And I was just like,
Mhm.
Jen, she had an opinion. She thought you were bullying. You can say something about it, but just to invite Meredith in front of her face and then not extend the other invitation to the girl that you know is being introduced into the group, it was very petty. It was very like
Jen
not
is
unbecoming for a
so
woman that's in the
exhausting.
situation that you're in.
She is so exhausting, Jacob. She gives me anxiety every time she's on the screen. And like, she was wearing that that Abby Lee Miller wig.
Oh.
She was with her husband painting pictures. And I was like, okay, Jen, this is the Jen that we need. But she's back to her old tricks.
No,
She
I was
just
bored with that,
is
Jen. I was bored
oh
with
my
that, Jen.
gosh, she's just so exhausting. It's like she has to be the center of attention all the time. Everybody needs to kowtow to her. Everything's all about her. And yes, she is going through this horrible situation. Absolutely. She did plead guilty, so like she did do it to herself. Like if she pled guilty, she admitted guilt. I don't know what else to say about that. Like she is in a terrible situation that she did herself if she pled
Mhm,
guilty. And like, ah, you know, and even when we get to the trip and she's like throwing this tantrum basically because she's not getting enough attention and she didn't get the best room. Yeah, the women are afraid of her, and they have given her the best room every time that they've ever gone on any trip. This harkens back all the way to season 1 when Whitney was blackout at Coach Shaw's birthday party and was like, "The women here are afraid of you," and Jen threw the glass. Like, it's the whole. They all are, because if she doesn't get her way, she throws a tantrum. She throws a tantrum, and that's what we saw.
Very bad. I think Jin Shaw is very insecure. I think she wants to be babied. Jin Shaw, you are a mature woman that has children that are of age. You have mothered them. They seem like great kids. One thing I do need you to get together, Jin Shaw, is your life. And I need you to get together your resources. We know where you're about to end up probably, because you did plead guilty. And I just wish you would go through life. Isn't this bitch, is not this bitch, isn't this situation during Ramadan too, where you claim that you had to be zen, jen, and peaceful and
Well, I don't know. I don't want to say, because the timeline's like a little wonky. That was when Meredith asked if Dana could come on the trip.
I
So
don't think that
I
was
don't
too
want
far
to.
removed.
Well, I just don't want to make that claim because we don't have like the exact dates that they were in San Diego. So I don't want to make that claim. Maybe Ramadan was over at that point.
Maybe it was that she was like, all right, let me get back to these, girls real quick, let me get them. But yeah, Jen, you need to grow up. You need to grow up, sweetie. And once they even got there, I did like her coat that she was wearing to the airport though, which I
Yeah.
thought was that was very cute. And I was a big fan of that. But yeah, Jen Shaw, you need to do better.
I am just like, why do we have this other girl on the trip? Like, where is Angie Harrington on this trip?
Angie
Like,
Harrison, they are like they are cast. Sometimes casts do this. They block another cast, and so like, oh, you can't really get any filming time because none of us want to talk to you. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's
mhm,
happening to Angie H. And it's sad because she did do
mhm.
something that was very. Her husband and her did something that was
Yes.
very unbecoming
Yes.
of a
Yes.
woman and a husband and a man at that point. So I
Yes.
do get the standoffness and the fact that they want to block them, but it's not great to see when we know their involvement in the group. And I did hear on the after show, I believe that Angie H was calling everyone, trying to get a ticket to this trip, like trying to get invited to this trip. She was calling Whitney,
Duh,
she was calling Heather, like she wanted. I mean,
duh.
we know Angie H wants to be on camera. She wants to hold that snowflake. Her damn it,
Thirsty.
her husband wants to hold that snowflake. Her
Thirsty.
husband wants to be on camera.
And that's the thing, right? Is that this is the main issue I think that you and I are both having, that we both had with both of these episodes. There's so much, like, these women are so thirsty. And that's why
Mhm.
we're like, Heather is a breath of fresh air, because Heather is not thirsty. She just is, because she knows that she's a star. She has a point of view. She is secure in her place in the show. She has something to say. And she's like, you guys are acting thirsty right now.
No
Like, I
bad.
don't know why you have to come at me for a storyline.
And I do think Meredith isn't doing too much as well, which I
No,
think their
I
little
would agree.
team, yeah, their little
Mhm.
team that they and Lisa Barlow these last 2 episodes wasn't doing
Yeah,
much.
honestly. Well, I
It's
think
it
because
was
Lisa, we were giving a lot of crap to these women about self-producing. Lisa
huh?
knows how to self-produce. Lisa is the one who, and because every storyline has been driven by Lisa for the past like 6 months of this.
Mhm.
Love her or hate her, she's a self-producing queen.
Self-producing queen. I don't stand, but you do.
Yeah, I do. Will Rupert, my dear friend Will Rupert, is in the chat, and he says Angie H is at least making her own stories, whereas Angie K is giving big sidekick slash henchman energy, and I hard agree.
Angie K is giving very much. I feel like Jen's, standing me up. I'm gonna go to Lisa Barlow camp now. Oh, maybe
Mhm.
ship will end. I'm gonna go somewhere else. She's trying to find her footing, and it's not a good. It seems very pathetic and like a try hard to me. Like you're trying to
Mhm.
expose these women. You're trying to do too much. You're trying to. It's just like, babe.
That's so juicy that Angie was trying to get a ticket on the
Yeah,
trip.
child, she's trying to we know they're camera hungry because her husband admitted on camera to creating a fake Instagram to cyberbully these like Lisa Barlow, and I'm like, you admitted that on camera, Maggie. You
So
have to send me to
bad.
jail, prison,
It's
10 years
so
before I
bad.
ever admit to doing something like that. 10 years minimum. You have to before I would ever admit, especially as a man, especially as a husband, especially as a person as old as he is. You
Yeah,
admitted that
it's
on
bad that he did
camera,
that. It's really bad that he did
like
that. That's
you
like
and
really,
and the thing is, Maggie, he was like, don't hate me, but I did. Like, no, I do. Sadly, I do. And the
he's
thing
like, I
is, you
don't know
need
how to I don't know how to defend my wife.
no,
Not like
like
that.
no, and the fact that you admitted that on camera, Maggie, I'm telling you, you would have to, like Maggie, 10 years
I
prison,
know.
maximum security, no visitations from my family before I ever admit to anything like that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's chaos. That's pure chaos. The whole thing is
Yes.
so
I'm
chaotic.
like, they have no line that they will not go to in order to get that
I
camera in front of their
Which is
face.
like embarrassing, right? It's
Very
like,
much so.
okay, all right. Like we know that these women aren't making, multiple millions of dollars filming this
But
show,
no, they're
like
not. But they have a nice life. They have a beautiful life. I mean, besides.
definitely, definitely. But like I don't know. That's the thing though. You watch the show and like the women who have come out of Real Housewives who are the stars are the ones who are not thirsty. The ones who just are. People like Bethany, people like Nene, people like Candy. Like these people who just are themselves on the show. Like those are
Mhm.
the people that the audience resonates with. That's why we're saying like we're into Heather right now because the
Yeah.
people who just are like when they're relaxed on camera, just being themselves, speaking truth, like that's what's interesting. You want to watch people tell the truth. Either way,
And
it's
the
their truth.
and the thing there and that's the thing I'm about to point out because I necessarily don't even have to agree with you, and I will probably still like respect that. Like, okay, you're not conforming, you are being authentically who
Mhm.
you are. And even if I think you're
Exactly.
authentically to your like who you are is wrong, I'm gonna be like, I can't say shit. I mean, I can and I definitely will. But it's like you are talking your shit, backing it up. That's what you think,
Mhm.
this is what you believe. I didn't think Mary Cosby was right half the time. But damn it, was I gonna like live for it?
Oh
You
my
know what I
god.
mean? It's
These past 2 episodes, I literally was like, "Where's Mary when you need her?"
No, you
Oh
know
my
that
gosh.
did you see the reference that Whitney had? She was like, "Oh, I'm no longer a little girl," like or something. She said "little girl" in her confessionals in regards
Yeah.
to, I believe, something. I don't know what. I was like, good old Mary Cosby.
I If we could
Real
have gotten a
Housewives.
Mary Cosby confessional after Jen dumped that champagne on
Oh,
Angie K, like, could you
it would have been
she would have
women.
she would have been sitting in that house to that, and she would have been like, "Now, let me tell you, champagne gets dumped on my head, well,
Mm-mm.
in the bill,
I'm
in the
sending
bill."
Jesus after you. I'm sending Jesus and the disciples. Your ass is mine. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, yes. So we get to San Diego. So basically, Meredith has to go to Jen's house and be like, "Can Dana please come on this trip?" Which
Mhm.
I was like, "This is just ridiculous." Like, it's so fake. The producers want her on the trip. So she's going
Yeah.
on the trip. Like
Yeah.
that's what's happening here. And so that's what's annoying to me. Like these filler scenes that are like trying to tell us why things are like it's
We don't
because the
need it.
producers want them. That's
Yeah.
why. You
And they
know?
have to like oh, Jen didn't want her, so we need to create another scene where Dana
Exactly.
appears, and it's like you could have just
Uh-huh.
like talked to Jen. Okay, we're gonna redo this scene, Jen. You're gonna include her, and then we're just gonna move
Yes.
on.
Yes, exactly.
But you know,
So they land in San Diego, they get to the house. That house is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
unbelievable, unbelievable. It's beautiful.
The best house that
Whoever,
they've been to.
I'm surprised that Meredith or Lisa didn't hear any rumors about Angie K doing something allegedly for that house.
Listen. Listen.
'Cause that house to get that house, Maggie, I would do my
Jacob.
due deals.
Jacob.
All I'm saying, they spread rumors about it. Oh, Meredith, Lisa Barlow, you giving favors for jazz tickets. You doing favors to have your liquor in somewhere allegedly. I'm surprised no one thought, Angie K, what you doing to let us at a spot like this?
Well,
Mm.
she's very I mean,
Well
like, she's very
connected.
opulent. Yeah, she's opulent. So they get to the house. I guess Angie UK was being annoying. I didn't even think she was being that annoying.
I did. I thought she was, to be
Yeah.
honest. I
Okay,
did
that's
think she was being annoying. But to like, it
but
was annoying of like, okay, exactly. But it was not
mhm.
deserving to get a drink thrown on your head. She was being annoying to me in a way of just like, y- I can understand though, because it was her friend's house. I
Mhm.
don't know how she know the friend, what she did to get the house. I ain't
Stop it,
speculating.
Jacob. You're starting rumors. You're starting rumors now.
Allegedly,
Oh my
allegedly,
gosh, giving big Whitney
allegedly.
energy. Giving big Whitney
Oh,
energy, Jacob.
I would never. But so I do get her, she knows the house probably. She's probably been there once or twice. I don't know. She's probably been there a couple times, been around the
Mhm.
block. But and so I could get her giving the house tour. But I did think she was kind of being like discombobulated, kind of annoying, just like if this is Jen's trip, but Jen
Well,
has a control issue, and Jen like, oh, and then the biggest room came apart. And I'm like, well, Jen, she did get the hookup. Y'all don't have to pay for the house. And so let this
okay,
girl rock with what she want to rock with.
and this is the thing. Like I know how big a deal the room pickings usually are on
Hmm.
these seasons. Like it's
Hmm.
like usually sometimes the women like line up in a line basically and then they
Hmm.
announce who's getting what room, you know? And
Hmm.
that's never really happened on the Salt Lake seasons. Like it's
Mm-mm.
sort of just they sort of spread out and then they pick
Yeah.
that they want to be with friends or whatever. Like there's never really been a room selection, but I would understand like to me that was giving thirsty with Angie basically assigning the rooms to everybody as they go through because I do know that that's like a housewives thing. Like that's
Hmm.
we got the salad lettuce throwing in Potomac a couple
Yes.
seasons back because of room
Wait, that
situations, you
wasn't because
know?
of the rooms. That
Oh,
was
but it was
because
like in
that was
that
because
scene.
Candace said "Joe Mama." Yeah, that was in that scene, though. But
Yeah,
and
I
when we
just
say salad
remember
tossing, we're actually talking about salad tossing, not
like
the
literally a handful of
ambiguous.
lettuce being thrown.
Wait, because you know what people will think, Maggie, when you say that.
I do, Jacob. I know what they'll think. That I made them a Caesar salad, right? That's what you're insinuating? Is that what you're insinuating?
There's multiple ways to make a creamy Caesar
Hmm.
salad.
Jacob,
That
we're getting off
continues.
the rails. Okay. Our hater is gonna have a field day with that one.
They're gonna have a field day. Oh my goodness.
um, so like that was giving to me when Angie K was like, "This is where I'm sleeping. This is where you'll sleep." I was like, "Okay, like, you know, take a deep breath.
Let's calm it down.
You're coming for that snowflake. You're like, this is my chance. Like, just simmer down." But Jen, I mean, and not to quote my girl, but when Jen dumped the champagne flute on Angie K, Lisa had a confessional where she was like, Jen is so demeaning. And yeah, that was what it was giving. Like she wanted to embarrass her. She wanted to knock her down a peg. She was being super demeaning to this grown woman. And it was when I saw that happen, I was like, honestly, a little triggered. I was like, that would make me pack my bags and leave. That would
Hmm.
make me leave. Like get on a plane home. Mhm.
Yeah, when I saw that, so they had the little interaction where Jen was trying to get the announcements. Angie K, I think she was being like lighthearted and laughing and just like
Mhm.
snickering. And Jen was like making side comments to Angie K, saying like, "Girl, this is my trip. Who I'm hosting." Blah 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 blah. And then Angie K was like, "All right, bitch, you can take back. You can control it if you want to." And they had the little communication
Mhm.
sidebar. And when Jen did that, she did want to embarrass her. She wanted to humiliate her.
Mhm.
She wanted to knock her down. I don't think though that Jen expected Angie K to have the reaction because
Mhm.
I think she thought she was just going to be like, "Oh, Jen, why did you do that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you did that." It's like, stop, you're being stupid. Stop. And then move on. And then Jen could look like that bad, like boss woman. Oh yeah, I just did that. Now what you gonna do? And Angie
Yeah.
K
Well,
not doing anything.
she thought she could successfully bully her.
Exactly. And so she turned it around. She was like, "Well, dump it on me. Here you go. I have it too." Like, "Oh, it's
Mhm.
fun. I thought we were having fun." No, Jen, you knew what the hell you were doing. You wanted to humiliate, demean, put down Angie K.
It's
Is Angie K
it's
annoying? Absolutely. Did she deserve champagne on her freshly blown out hair? No.
It's giving that energy when, like, you're, like, play fighting with your siblings or, like, you're
Yeah.
fighting with your siblings and you, like, you hit them and you actually hurt them and they're like,
Mm.
"Ugh," and you're like, "You can hit me back. Like, hit me back. Don't tell on me.
Yeah.
You can hit me back."
Yeah.
Like, that's totally what Jen did when she dumped it on herself. Like, she dumped the glass on her. The room fell silent.
Literally.
Angie K was like, "Are you kidding me?" Jen was like, "Oh, nobody's taking this well. Okay, wait,
Mhm.
I'm gonna dump it on myself." Like, that's
Yeah. No,
exactly
literally.
what happened.
That's exactly what
That's what
happened. And
Tyler agreed. Tyler's in the chat saying the same thing.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. Jen just did not expect that way to go, the different ways. And then she tried to continue it and, go outside and say, like, oh my God, I wanted us to have fun. I'm trying to have fun. And if I'm Angie K in front of, Angie K was like, you did it in front of our friends. No, they not y'all friends. You know what I mean? Y'all, I don't even think
Exactly.
y'all like, come on. But like, if you do that, if you're a grown ass woman too, and like you do that in front of other grown ass women and
Mhm.
nobody has spoken up about it. No one has said,
Mhm.
Jan, like, what the hell are you doing? I think I don't think I would cry because I think I would do something probably like I wouldn't like fight you, but I would
I
definitely
would have
like,
cried.
yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
And so it's a very, it's just like something you don't do. And especially if y'all been
It's
friends for 20 years
bullying.
and she's like, we were friends for 20 years. I thought we can. We're sisters. Kitty cat, 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 purr.
Mhm.
No, Jen is a fool.
Well, it was just like it was cruel. It was truly like the definition of bullying to
Yeah.
humiliate somebody in front of a group of people in order to lower their status.
And
You
when
know,
she did
like,
it, she looked around too. She was like,
yep. Yep, exactly.
yeah.
And I will say the way that Angie handled it after, no, like, it had me feeling like bad for Jen. And like Jen literally, I'm saying right now, like Jen bullied her. Like Angie, if she, like, when they go low, we go high. Angie could have gotten that whole group on her side if she had handled it differently, but she went straight for the jugular and she was like, if you're gonna publicly humiliate me, I'm going to publicly humiliate you way harder and way worse. And I was just like, it got ugly so fast. And what Jed did was really ugly, but then it just got really, really ugly.
Yeah. This was not a friendship of 20 years. This
No.
was an acquaintance. I want to be on the show. Let me help you out.
Yep.
That type of situation. Because if y'all were
Mhm.
friends for 20 years, Jen, I don't think you would do that. And even if you did do that to a friend of 20 years, I don't think your friend in return would go so low and to
Mhm.
go into something that has to do with like money, has to do with, I mean, that's pride at the end of the day. Like you're trying to like
And
stomp John's pride in the ground.
like, that's the thing. It's like Jen was trying to demean Angie K. Like, she was trying to embarrass her.
Mhm.
So Angie K was like, "Okay, well then I'll embarrass you." The reason that it it's it felt from the outside perspective. Like, at first I was like, "Yeah, Angie,
Wait, do you wanna say
like
what Angie K did? I feel like we've
oh
been
yeah,
hanging around, yeah.
sorry. So Angie K then goes on to say that, like, Jen didn't pay
First
a
she tells Lisa
dime.
Barlow first she tells
Yes.
Lisa Barlow in their room, and then she
Because
tells
of
everyone
course
else.
Lisa Barlow
The
immediately
f
goes to Angie
She
K and is
wanted
like,
that
"Oh,
tea.
that's so wrong. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it was so wrong. I'm so sorry I didn't speak up about it. I feel
Mhm.
really bad that I didn't speak up about it." And Angie K is like, "Well, I paid for the entirety of the birthday party for Coach Shaw, $15,000 for the birthday party. Jen will be getting a bill when I get back. Like, that's completely ridiculous." We see a flashback of her on the phone with her husband being like, "I feel like Jen swindled us out of money." That's what she's being convicted for, swindling people out of money. With grander context, you see, like, because if you're just hearing it from Angie K's side, you're like, whoa. Grander context is that with flashbacks and Heather corroborating, Angie K said this is Shaw's birthday party plus my housewarming party. So it was like her big party plus Coach Shaw's party. Like, the guest list was mostly Angie K's friends and then people who Coach Shaw wanted to invite. And Jen referenced, like the party she threw for Meredith. And I actually do feel like that was a really great thing to reference because
Mhm.
that was the exact situation
Yeah.
where Jen was like, well, no, I'll throw you the party. It's great. And so Angie's like, she has a confessional where she's like going through bills, which I know is just pieces of computer paper, being like
Literally.
catering $4,000,
She
dancers
made her own Excel
$900.
document.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that the reason that it felt to me, which listen, what Jen did was so horrible. Jen
Mhm.
Shaw is a bad person. I feel confident in saying that. But the reason that what Angie did was, it felt like hard as a viewer to watch is because it felt like she was punching down rather
Mhm.
than punching up because of all of Jen's current legal struggles. It just really felt like she was punching down in a way that was like not becoming, you know?
And this is something that I feel like Angie K has been, like, sitting on to out Jen on at the
Yeah,
earliest inconvenience of a
that's
rip,
such a good
or
point.
it is
Such a good
because
point.
this thing happened, I believe they said, like, 3 months ago, and she's like, "You haven't paid me in
Mhm.
this is 3 months ago. This is happened 3 months ago." And I personally do not believe that Angie K has sent Jen invoice. I don't think she is like I think she was just like, okay, the party happened. Like, all right, let's like the party happened, and that was it. And so if I'm Jen, I'm not thinking, okay, I have to pay you back. Like, I don't think that Angie K came to Jen and said, hey, you have to pay me back. Like, here's like you have to do this. I just think Jen probably didn't pay her back. And I don't think it was ever agreed upon that Jen was supposed to pay her
Mhm.
back.
I completely
But
agree.
and,
I think that there's like a miscommunication there,
mhm,
or like Jen even said, like in the Sprinter van, she was like, I was gonna have it at this other club, and then
yeah.
you offered your home, which I'm sure part of that was to be like, great, and that'll be my introduction to all the women on the
Mhm,
show.
mhm.
So like I'm sure for Jen, it was sort of like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, I'll get you on the freaking show, you
Yeah.
know?
And I mean, NGK has a beautiful house. I just don't like that she was sitting on ready on this very sensitive information, and the fact that so they outed, Jen, they're in the Sprinter van after NGK has cried to Lisa Barlow about, rightfully so, cried to Lisa Barlow about getting the drink
Absolutely.
pouring.
Hmm.
And she's also disclosing, oh, and that birthday. And the fact that she said, and something else that I did for Jen, I'm going to list off all the great things I did for my friend Jen Shaw. And I'm like, you're saying this to Lisa Barlow? Like, come on now. Like, what are you yearning for right now? And then she gets in the Sprinter van and then says it at the, to the group at large. And then I felt so bad because Jen was like, I did. And then I did pay you back. And then she was like, no, you didn't. And Jen was like, and I just don't think she was supposed to or talked about it to say, like, I paid $15,000 for your husband's birthday party. I didn't get and I want to say Jen probably said thank you. I want to think she said it like once they agreed that they can have it there, not like, oh, after the
Hmm.
fact, they probably went home and Jen just continued with her life. I mean, this woman is
Hmm.
potentially going to jail. And so I just think she said, oh, we can have it here. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Whatever. It was very I just felt disgusted seeing
It was,
her say that, and
yeah.
it became silent besides her and Jen. Like, everyone was like, "You didn't pay
Well,
$15,000?" And
and that's sort of like what I'm saying. Like Jen pouring the drink on Angie was also disgusting. Like it was. But like I said, it just felt like she was punching down in a way that was like it's like Jen did something like super. Are you getting a fly? What are you doing?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll riff. It felt like Jen was like like Angie, when Jen poured the drink on Angie, it was to knock Angie down a peg.
Mhm.
When Angie talked about the party, it was to literally finish Jen.
It was to bury her. It was to bury Jen
It
Shaw
was to
at
bury
the
her 10
scene,
feet
Yeah,
underground. Yeah.
yeah.
So, and
It's
I was like, I don't want to
embarrassing.
feel, but I was like, I don't want to feel bad for Jen. What Jen did sucked. Like, I don't
Mhm.
like her. I don't want to feel bad for her. And Angie, because you're going in so hard, you're making me feel bad for her. Like they were on that boat. They get on this yacht, and
Mhm.
Meredith's like, I'm really concerned about Jen because
Yeah.
she's going through some very serious stuff, and like she's just not handling any of this well. And I was like, Yeah, Meredith, I I agree. And like this is Meredith, the person who last season was like, "You're disgusting talking about my family." And she's the one who's like, "I'm concerned about Jen's health." Like her mental health, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's like, how can if someone, say, "Oh, you didn't pay me $2,000, I'll be trying to pay them immediately so they can like shut the fuck up and I will never have to talk to them
Mhm.
again." $15,000, especially if you just shot in that predicament, you're like, I can't pay that right now. Like, like it's like, how can I continue having fun if I'm not obliterated, what is it? Obliter
Obliterated. Mhm.
obliterated.
Obliterated.
If I'm not
Perfect. Mhm.
obliterated, I'm like not gonna function because I'm embarrassed in front of my friends,
Mhm.
who these are my friends, Angie
Mhm.
K, just so you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was
Well,
very
but
unbecoming.
yeah, and that's the thing, you know, it's like she dumped a drink on Angie to show off in front of her friends. Angie
Mhm.
doesn't really know these people, you know, and then Angie comes in and is like, "You're cheap and swindled me out of money,"
Literally.
you know, like, and as she's like, "I don't know if I'm gonna go to prison for 20 years for swindling people out of money." Like, it's just very, it got dark so quick,
No,
like
and
so quick.
and in the sprinter, Jen did try to calm the situation down. Was like, I was trying to have like Jen, we're not stupid. Like, you can't say like I was trying to have fun. We know what you're trying to do. But she tried to play it off like I was trying to have fun. I'm sorry, like I wasn't trying to come at you. And Angie K was on that line hard, being like, yeah, I am being a bitch right now. Yeah, what's up? I am being rude. I am being like all these things. And I
Mhm.
was like, you are being like, I wouldn't want to be Angie K's friend. Like, I would be like, I'm good on you, sis.
Well, but that's the thing, I don't,
Kitty
because
click
they
somewhere
weren't
else.
friends,
They
like, because they
weren't.
weren't friends, like,
Mhm.
she can just, like, be a bitch about it because she's like, "You're not my friend, so, like, I don't have to, like, I don't feel loyalty to you to, like, not say this, and this will give
Yeah.
me a storyline," you know?
Mhm.
So, of course, she's
Yeah,
gonna do it because they weren't friends.
which we saw. Also, I feel like we should get kitty click t-shirts. I just have
Kitty
been saying
click.
that throughout this entire podcast. We should get
What
kitty
if
click click.
what kitty click?
Wait, no, not kitty click kit. Clitty kick. Wait. Kitty click click. Kitty click click.
Kitty click, like click clack moo, cows that type, like
Like something like
kitty
that. Like
click click.
it's like a more like a ballroom scene, like kitty cat purr,
Yeah, yeah,
kitty
yeah,
cat purr purr
yeah.
purr.
Mhm.
Monique Hart said that at the beginning of her introduction for whatever season she debuted on. She said kitty cat purr. You know what I mean? Like, they're
Mhm.
kitty clap, kitty whatever sisters.
Perfect.
But yeah, these women are. Can I say? Can I
Yes.
say? Wait, are we wrapped up with those two?
Yes, we're wrapped up with, like, this is mostly what I have for the episodes. So, or for the 2 episodes. So, overall
I d
thoughts.
I do wanna go back into one moment
Mhm.
which I thought was really touching,
Mhm.
and this is like a trigger warning for, it's like mental health and suicide and things like that, but when
Mhm.
we heard the update of Meredith's nephew, I got very, like,
Mhm.
emotional, and, like,
It was
seeing
beautiful.
him and
Mhm.
seeing, like, him in good spirits and, like, seeing Meredith talk to, her sister about having
Mhm.
an event and kind of
Mhm.
honor like,
Yeah.
suicide and that whole thing. It was very touching, and I like seeing Meredith break down. I don't have to go into details about like what kind of like
Mhm.
happened because it was very like, but
Mhm.
it was a good, and I feel as though the storyline and the conversation behind that was very well done for Meredith on Meredith's
Absolutely.
part.
It was beautiful, and I thought so brave of her nephew to
Hmm.
be so open and
Yeah.
allow his aunt to be so open on such a large stage about what he went through and about how he's doing now. Like,
Hmm.
I just think that I really admire him and their family in general, the way that they clearly are supporting him and his bravery. And for sure, I thought that that was really beautiful. And I'm looking forward to the event. I'm assuming that they're going to cover it on the show in these
Yeah,
upcoming
since they
episodes.
brought
I'm
it
really
up.
looking
Yeah.
forward to that. Hmm.
I am too. I think Meredith has done a lot of just like social work and
Hmm.
events with like LGBT with mental health and things like that. So it's very we love an aware and doing something queen. So
Hmm.
that made even though it was like such a an intense topic, I think they handled that situation with I think a lot of like love, and I'm glad it's turning into like something to give money to the appropriate organizations that support
Hmm.
those things. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Hard agree. If anybody has any questions for us who's watching and wants to write in the chat, we can answer some questions. It's also, I think maybe tea time. I don't know. Do you have like a lot for tea time
I don't have a
currently?
lot for tea time,
I don't
TBH,
either. I
because I
don't
don't think
either. That's
anything kind of happened on like social media. I think the Salt Lake City girls have been kind of hush hush.
Yeah, the biggest things sort of have been like just all of the memeing of Lisa Barlow's away in a manger.
Oh god.
My friends and I have been Cameron, who's guested on the podcast. Literally, Cameron and I were at a party and we just looked at each other and we were like, away in a manger, no crib for his head.
And like I
The
loved her face while
little
singing it
Lord
too. Like,
Jesus.
it was so cute. I thought that was so cute because she came in ready to F it up, and I think she
Right.
did good. I mean, not saying I don't think it would sell any records, her version, but I definitely
Mhm.
it was very fun and cute. Like she just seems so like ditzy Dora, and it was very
I
cute.
know, I know. It's so cute, and I love that how they've been memeing it, and she's been, like,
Oh,
responding to all the memes. I think it's so fun.
she loves
Um,
that.
so Tyler asked in the chat, which Salt Lake City housewife would y'all like to see on the White Lotus? Oh, thank you,
Oh,
Tyler, for your
thank you.
sweet, uh
Yes, thank you,
thank
Tyler.
you. Okay, who would you wanna see on the White Lotus, Jacob?
Just to see
I have one.
cracked out.
I
Okay,
mean,
you
come
go.
on.
Yeah,
Mary
no, okay,
Cosby.
okay,
Come
yeah.
on.
I wasn't even I was thinking of the current, but Mary Cosby, number one. I would
She would
pay
win
for
an Emmy.
I would pay for her voyage to like go
Mhm.
rent there,
Me
stay.
too.
Like I need her to like go on that. Like
She
her
would
and
win an Emmy for her vacation.
literally.
Mhm.
And what is Coolidge character's name?
Oh gosh, Tanya? I think or something.
Maybe
I don't
I would
know. I
love
don't
to
know.
see them being like good kitty cat sisters or whatever. It'd be so
Or they
wild.
would be rivals.
Oh,
They would
oh
be
yeah,
rivals. They wouldn't like each
Mary
other.
Cosby would read the girls down. Mary Cosby definitely. I can do it. I mean, Jen Shaw, no, I can do without the rest, but I think yeah, Mary Cosby definitely.
I also do think that Meredith and Seth would be really funny,
Oh,
like,
they would
as a
be so cute.
couple
They would be
together.
swingers.
I was about to say, I feel like they would, like, have a swinging storyline, and it would be, like, a whole thing.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And bring Brett Favre, who's his celebrity crush.
Yeah, that's so funny. Hold on. So Will in the chat has said, "Have we seen Lisa replying to the children working in the Vita Tequila Mimes meme?" I'm literally texting him right now and saying, "Send it to me,"
Wait,
so that
what?
I can. I don't. I have no idea what he's referring to, but I need to see it at this exact
Working in
moment.
the Vita Tequila Mites. Oh my
What did
goodness.
you say? Oh my gosh, Lisa! What?
Her
I saw
response.
I saw this woman on TikTok and she literally looked like she was living in Utah. She had this like slicked bun. She had this perfect sweatsuit. She had this baby and she was like living her perfect life. She was blonde, no wrinkles, this like mom. And she had a tumbler that she put 2 cans of Dr. Pepper in. And then like she like went shopping, did her whole thing, and at the end of the day, she got a quesadilla from Taco Bell. And
Oh
I
my
literally
goodness.
almost commented on TikTok. I was like expecting the entire comment section to be like, "Oh my god, this is Lisa Barlow reincarnate." But no, but like I guess not that many people watch Salt Lake City. But I literally almost commented and was like, "Are you Lisa Barlow? Like, are you the same person as her?"
You should have, you TikTok queen.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh,
Tyler
yes.
thinks Lisa would be interesting in the White Lotus, and I agree to a point, but I feel like Meredith and Seth would give us way more than like Lisa and John, you
Oh,
know?
yeah. Yeah. I would like to see John get turned out, though. Like, get turned out a little bit.
Sorry. Okay, so Will just sent me the meme. So, um, somebody commented on something about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and this
But
guy
can you
named Dan.
present or no?
I don't think so,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'll send it to you to tweet after the episode. Um,
Tyler knows what
Danny
I'm talking
says,
about.
Danny says, and no one is talking about protecting the children in the Vita tequila mines, comma, it's gross. Like just this
Oh,
random,
so this is serious.
yeah, this like guy like tweeted this underneath the cast of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, like not speaking out against Balenciaga Gate. This person like
Oh,
commented and
okay.
chimed in.
Okay.
And Lisa wrote back on Twitter and says, okay, period. This might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever read on Twitter. If you knew how tequila was made, you would feel embarrassed for even posting this.
She should have given us a rundown of how tequila's made. So is she saying that children are in there or what?
We need the tequila. We need it. Like I
I
have
heard
to
I
try
hear it's
it.
nasty. I hear it's not good.
Oh no. But we gotta try, I feel. We have
I'm gonna
to.
get on Amazon tonight or tomorrow and I'm ordering it and
It's so expensive though, isn't it?
is it?
To like have it sent here? I
Let
don't
me
know that it's
see,
available on
child.
Amazon.
Oh, it's probably Vita Tequila. Now I'm gonna ask her who do I need to do favors for in order to get this. Sip Vita Tequila. Okay, let me see how much okay, let me just go to the cart. Okay, shop all. A nice bottle. What do you like? Blanco? Reposado? I like
Whatever.
Reposado.
Okay, yeah,
It
whatever you
retails
think.
for 55.99. Expected shipping for the 15th of January. Damn.
Mm,
Add to cart. The total come oh damn.
it's
Yeah.
expensive,
Oh, that's
right?
two
Because I
bottles.
thought of doing this before.
Wait, check out. Hold on. Check out. I'm checking out. Let's see.
If it's
Well,
2 bottles, I'll
it's
split the cost
going
with you.
it's going for 50. Oh, it still says 55.99. I need to see how much it costs to ship. I don't feel like putting in my card information to see that though. But
Yeah, not right now.
TBA, it's tequila for okay. I'm gonna look into this, Tyler. Tequila for, and we need the Brooks tracksuit. No, I'm not a tracksuit, but Brooks, he is. Brooks is Brooks is a cutie.
Oh.
He's young, so no.
I think he lives in New York.
He's young. He's like 22, 23.
Yeah, yeah,
I only do.
yeah. Mhm.
Joking.
Okay. So, should we start wrapping up, Jacob? Is it time?
Yes. Yeah. I had so much fun with y'all.
Yeah, this was so great. It's so great that we were able to do this live. Thank you guys for joining us. We so appreciate you being here. Jacob, where can people find you if they
Pe-
want more of you?
People can find me everywhere at Jacob. Jacob Tabor on the show. Yes, I'm going to do that. I need to say someone else. But Jacob J underscore Jones on all social medias. Also, you can catch me live with a guy named Taryn Armstrong on Mondays on his Twitch stream where we just talk about life and catch up. And yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute kitty cat. We just kitty clicking over there, me and Taryn,
Yeah, kitty click. The kitty click.
Kitty click, yes. Maggie, where can people
Mhm.
find you?
People can find me on Instagram and TikTok at MLMorgan _. That's where I'm at. Like I said, commenting, maybe you'll see me commenting under random people's TikToks being like, Lisa Barlow.
Lisa Barlow.
And it was so great to be here live with you guys. We're gonna do
Yes.
another one of these before Christmas. So check out Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. We'll be back before Christmas time. So I won't say happy holidays yet. Well, happy holidays if you're celebrating a holiday that is not Christmas. But we will see you then. And thank you guys so much for being here with us.
Thank y'all. And love you, baby.
Love you,
Love
babies.
you, baby.
Bye.
Bye.